DJ DFos stopping by, man, to give you my reaction to the J.Cole and DJ Clue tape, Birthday Blizzard 26. And I think it was taken from an older Clue tape, a Birthday Blizzard. I guess it was a real blizzard going on in New York and he dropped the tape or something. But I think, man, that it was a cold idea, to just drop that out there, kind of feed the game, feed the streets, feed your fans. It was vintage Clue. J. Cole was killing it with the bars and the beat selection. I think it was 3 beats that I knew. It was one I didn't know. It was the Money, Power, Respect beat. It was the Victory beat. And it was one more. But I think it was a cold selection of beats, man. It was only 11 minutes long, but it was long enough to kind of put the point out there. And I think that was really perfect. I think it was 4 joints. They all ran together. It was kind of like back to back. But it was Clue hosting it, vintage Clue, Illuminati, all the elements of a classic Clue tape. I just think it was a great marketing idea, man, to set up whatever J. Cole got coming. I know he got the Fall Off, his album coming out, and he just dropped a song a couple weeks ago, So I think it was a good little interjection, and it was something, a pivot in the game that people weren't doing, because people kind of, the mixtapes then kind of fell off. But I like the nostalgic of the mixtape game, man. Just hosting a tape, it put me back in tape mode. It made me want to drop a tape. So if anybody out there, artists want to drop a tape for the sake of the game, dropping the tape, hey, holler at me. I'm open. Let's work. Let's build. You know what I mean? But I think the mixtape era was a great marketing era. It was a great leverage point to set up whatever else you had coming. You think about that whole era with, of course, we know what 50 did. 50, destroyed the mixtape game. You think of Wayne, you think of Jeezy. At one point, every artist, had to have a legitimate street tape out there. You think about, of course, the DJ Dramas, the Cannons, them are some of the heavy hitters. Who was the one cat? Who Kid. All those DJs, you think of this is going further back, but your DJ Screws. But the mixtapes, man, it really kind of fed the streets, and you didn't have to wait on the label politics. You didn't have to clear no samples. You could just put your own work out there on the streets, man, and it kept fans connected to you based on what you did. And it's just like the Crenshaw mixtape with Nipsey, right? I don't even like listening to it if it ain't the DJ Drama version. Cause I got so used to the drops and the in between and drama, when I listen to the regular version of it, it don't even hit the same. With drama on there, hyping it up, that mixtape game, man, I missed that. You know what I mean? I dropped maybe 2 or 3 mixtapes with some cats that I hosted, man, and this was 2013, 2014. Kev Loke and Mr. Black from Fo Dub, out of Las Vegas, man, and I wish we could have did some more tapes. You know what I mean? I really wish we could have had another run at it. We only did one apiece. I hosted both of them. But I missed that era, man. That was a nostalgic era. You know what I mean? You could just put out what you wanted. But, DJ Clue and J. Cole, that was a genius idea for him to even go and reach and grab somebody like a vintage Clue to put that stamp on it, man. That was genius, man. That was smart. And Cole lit it up as far as the bars and spitting. And Clue did his thing. So y'all check that out, man. Birthday Blizzard. If y'all ain't hit it, it was a lot of back and forth feedback, and some comments about who he was dissing and this and that. It was irrelevant, man. I think just to bring that back as a quick little appetizer, man, it was a smart marketing idea for the mixtape game, for the game in general. And I think from what I heard that it's free on YouTube. But I think J. Cole made it only available to download on his website. So he's kind of cutting out the middleman and bringing the fans to him, and you can give him whatever you want. It's like one of those deals. Okay, what do you think the tape's worth? So you can contribute to whatever you want. It's free again. Somebody put it free on YouTube. I don't know if that was an intentional, but Cole got it on his mixtape, and you can got it on his website where you can kind of donate and what you think you want to give it. So again, man, hey. Shout out to the mixtape era, man. A nostalgic era in the game for the DJs, that was putting in work, man. A lot of DJs put out tapes, man. You remember datpiff.com, the authority on mixtapes. They went under. They went down. It was a lot of them, man. Live and direct mixtapes. It was so many sites that was putting out some. It was a lot of mixtapes that was garbage, but we know it was a small percentage of them that was at the top of the chain, man. So, but I think for this era, man, it was something refreshing for the game, something new, something we hadn't seen, man. So, shout out to Clue and Cole, man, on the Blizzard birthday Blizzard 2026. It's DJ Foss, man. My take. Signing off.